In 2021, 89.3 million people across the globe were forced to leave their homes and become refugees. But when you're forced to leave your house, country and culture behind, how do you create a new home that makes you feel like you really belong? I'm Roisin Forbes, an interior expert, and over the past month I've been working with Lee Chambers, a psychologist specialising in home environments. Together, we will be working with people to discover their true personalities and how to make them feel a stronger sense of belonging in their homes.
This is Francesca. She lives in Frankleigh House, a co-living community accommodating 15 people.
It's divided up into apartments. There's a kind of intentionality about living together in a community way.
In 2021, Francesca welcomed Mohammed and Rawand, two young refugees from Kurdistan, Iraq, into her home.
They were unaccompanied asylum seekers, so without family. Both had very difficult personal journeys getting over here. And when they first arrived, they could only speak 3 words of English: yes, no, and okay.
Can you tell us a little bit more about them?
Mohammed particularly has a very strong interest in barbecues. His father worked with fish. It's a really, really deep connection with his personal history and his story and his culture.
كاتك كباب دكم مالهم ببردين توا كبراسي يعني اشتيك خوشة لسر مثلا لسر عرز لسر زينا من دخوات.
I think for both of them, sharing food, it's like it doesn't get better than that. And, we do have the potential here, but it's not really utilised.
Being a refugee can mean having to completely change your way of life. Creating even a small connection with your cultural home can make assimilation into a new space easier and more enjoyable. Can you tell me a little bit more about the space?
The orangery is a shared space, but it's very underused. But it's just not very inviting. Mohammed also said he loves sleeping outside. When it was hot at home, he'd go up and sleep on the roof.
مثلا عفتي جوجر لدرو دخوتم تحستي خوش.
Them feeling like this is their home and they can invite people here. I think that's really important.
Hi Roisin. So, met with Francesca. This orangery has potential, but it's not very welcoming at the minute.
It's these stone walls, isn't it? It's quite a cold and an inviting space. It's a kind of a real blank canvas.
They've been in the UK for a year, adapting to a whole new culture. They've bonded over cooking, over nature, and over sharing spaces together.
It sounds like the boys need a place that is theirs, where they can bring friends and feel like they're inviting them into their culture. We're going to have to figure out how to make it work for so many people and feel homely at the same time.
So what we'd like to do is create a really warm, welcoming and inviting space.
So somewhere that really embraces your culture and all of the things you love.
I'm especially pleased that it's going to include the boys and them and their culture.
The orangery needs to work for as many as 15 people, so this is where zoning could be useful. It helps make one space work for multiple activities, from dining to relaxing to socialising. It's a great way of signposting the different things that an area can be used for. So we've reused this dining table to really store all of the things you need. It saves that trip back and forth to the kitchen each time.
It's like an invitation to eat together.
Yeah, it's amazing, it's very good.
I'm thinking we need to make a communal place to eat so they can sit on the floor together, which is how Mohammed would usually eat at home. We've created this cushioned seating area so that you can come together, you can eat together and you can really enjoy those amazing barbecues that you make. By using these earthy tones and organic textures, we can make the cold space feel warmer and more homely. We really wanted to soften the space. And one of the ways we've done that then is with this beautiful rug that you can see on the wall. These natural textures that hopefully then really embraces your love for the outdoors. We wanted to repurpose some of the furniture that you can see here, some of the chairs that you've already got. And we wanted it to be somewhere that yourselves, your wider community, the other residents can relax in this space and really feel at home here.
Those chairs have got a new lease of life.
We really wanted to create this comfortable space where you can invite your friends over, have sleepovers. And these curtains help to create some privacy in the space. And we've got this basket of throws over here so that we can create this cosy feeling during the winter.
What's really great is to have a shared space that we can use more when it's colder. I am so looking forward to spending time in here.
You've had some time to settle in. How do you feel about the space now?
The space completely makes Mohammed and Rawand feel more at home.
Would ینی جێیەکی خۆشم دەداتێ و شتێکی زۆر خۆش بوو بەڕاستی شتێکی ناوازێ و
You know, there's so much in it that includes them, with the plants, with the cushions, with the rugs, with sitting on the floor. The design has been so clever because with those little kind of setups, it's created so many opportunities and invitations for everyone to come together in different ways.
کاتێک لێدا دەنیشم لەگەڵ هاوڕێکانم وازەوم کە لە ماڵەوەم یان لە وڵاتی خۆم ینی شتێکێکە سوودەم دەوێت